Thank you for sparing me your time. You know, I'm so troubled, and I have nowhere to turn. And you just wandered by so opportunely that it can't be a coincidence. There's a powerful protective charm I desperately need. A thunderstone. It's a great rarity. But Tomlin Bruthans from Horsham has one. He just won't let me have it. The thing is, he sometimes wages it in fights.
I think I understand now. But what about your husband? Couldn't he take care of it?
He tried, of course. As soon as I heard Tomlin had one, I sent Demir over there right away. But the poor wretch came back black and blue.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you want me to fight Tomlin and win the stone for you?
Well, yeah. And I know I'm asking a lot, but I'm really desperate. And I have no one else to turn to. I prayed fervently to the Virgin Mary and implored her for help. And now you've shown up. Besides, by the looks of you, you have the strength of a bull, perhaps two. So she surely sent you to help me.
Look, this Tomlin seems pretty handy. I'd have to be daft in the head to fight someone like that. Especially when there's another way. What if he were to just lose the stone? These things happen, don't they?
You mean... No, that wouldn't do. You're asking for trouble if you steal something like that. It would cause very bad luck. Besides, I'm of honest stock.
Oh, I understand. No offense, I just wanted to look at all our options.
A fair fight is our only hope, believe me.
What is a thunderstone?
Well, they're formed when there's a violent storm with forks of lightning and peals of thunder. The biggest of these are thunderstones. They fall from the sky with a mighty boom and burrow deep into the earth. After a while, they work their way back up to the surface. And if you're lucky, that's where you'll find them.
What can these stones do?
Well, lots of things. If you have one, it protects you from all harm, helps you in battle, and brings good luck. It also wards off and cures diseases. And if you put it into the rafters of your cottage, you'll be protected from fire and all manner of other calamities.
What does the thunderstone...
Well, from what I saw of Tomlin's, it's the size of a grown man's fist, perhaps sort of elongated and curiously shaped. It's flat on one side, and...
All right.
Mary, Mother of Mercy.
Save your thanks for when I bring it to you.
I shall. Don't you worry about that. We've got some grosh. I'm also on good terms with Hannah, so I could put a word in for you. She'll give a generous discount if you want to buy a horse from her. And I'll pray and intercede for you.
All right. You have yourself a deal.
God bless you. The Broadhands have a big farm. There's a wayside shrine in front of... That's where you should find him. But be careful. And don't underestimate him. The stone...
I have Tomlin's stone for you.
This is unbelievable. Thank you so much.
Think nothing of it.
Hold on. This isn't the stone Tomlin had. I saw it. His had a hole in the middle and it was just different.
What? How so?
Where did you get this stone?
Well, I won it from him.
Then he must have tricked you. I never would have expected that of Tomlin. He's a bit thick-headed, but for him to be so dishonest... Go back to him. I'm telling you, he had the stone. I saw it. He must have stashed it somewhere. And tell him this one's not real.
That thunderstone of yours is a complete fake.
You what? What the fuck are you talking about?
Let's just say I borrowed your stone. I had a hunch you were stitching me up, and I was right.
You lousy, thieving bastard! You stole from me!
All I took from you was a lump of worthless rock. I wouldn't call that thievery.
But when you took it, you didn't think it was worthless, did ya? Which makes you a thief. You're not the first, though.
What do you mean?
I really did have the stone until the other day. Then somebody pinched it from me. I hope his fucking hand drops off, the bastard.
Any idea who the thief was?
Yeah, a fuckwad like yourself. Goes by the name of Hensel from Rabosh. He and his mate Peter came by all curious about my stone. And that was right before the thing vanished.
And you just left it at that?
Of course fucking not. I up and went to Rabosh, didn't I? There was no sign of them. So you tell me, why else would they go into hiding if they weren't thieves? But I don't have time to chase them around the countryside. I've got a farm to worry about.
You've got a point. I'd probably do the same if I were them. But they don't know me, so they wouldn't hide if they saw me.
Now that's a good idea.
Well, I don't exactly have a choice. I'll track them down and retrieve the stone.
Very good. And when you're done with them, bring it to me. I found it, so by rights it's mine. It's what the heavens wanted. Keep it and you'll be damned. Besides, if you do give it back, I'll forget you ever tried to steal it from me. And perhaps I'll throw in a few groschen on top.
Tell me, how did you come by the stone in the first place?
That's a secret.
If you came by it honestly, why be so secretive about it?
I'm not hiding anything. I'm just not one to brag, that's all. And until it's back in my hands, I don't want to talk about it.
I can appreciate that, but sharing a story isn't exactly bragging.
All right, then. I found it a couple of years back in a field outside Bilani. On the way to Wizard's Quarry. You probably know the place. I was going to take a shortcut through the woods, but there'd been a hell of a storm about a week before. It tore off roofs, carried away some shepherds' huts, even toppled the tower on those fortifications at Gutenberg. And it very nearly flushed us out of here too. A proper act of God it was. Well, the forest was a complete mess, so I couldn't go that way. So I decided I'd go through the field, and all of a sudden, I stumble over something. And what do I see? A thunderstone right under my foot. Stroke of luck it was. Hey?
What's that? What the? Come to take us out, have you? Not today! Alert! Alert! You want to try me? Ha! Kurva! I'm wounded! I can't aim like this, damn it! Beachy! What do you want?
What?
Hey, you...
Now you're gonna die! Alert! To arms! Oh! I've been waiting for you! Oh!
Fuck that! Ha! Jesus!
Now, fucker! Show your stuff!
So, are you shitting yourself?
I'll help you out! Do it! No!
Hey! By all the saints, don't leave me here! Please, untie me!
Relax. I'm getting there.
Thanks. Christ almighty! You stormed in on them like you were the Archangel Michael himself. Thanks for getting me out of here.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I am. All things considered. Thanks for rescuing me. You have no idea how grateful I am. God knows what they would have done to me in the end. All that aside, who are you, anyway?
Henry.
I'm Hensel, and I owe you big time, Henry. Though, in all honesty, I'm not sure why I was worth all that trouble. But grateful nonetheless.
Actually, it was quite by chance. I was wandering the countryside and I noticed the soldiers. And since I don't think much of Sigismund's army, it just sort of happened.
As I live and breathe, I'm a lucky fella.
I'll say. And how come you ended up in their clutches?
It's a complicated story.
I'll be interested in hearing it.
All right, then. I suppose you could say it all started when I took Tomlin's precious Thunderstone.
Yeah, he told me himself. He's fucking furious with you.
Well, I suppose I would be too if I were him. But I have to say, the whole Thunderstone idea was the stupidest I've ever had. It brought us no luck, no protection. Well, the opposite, in fact.
Let's forget that for a moment. What I really need to know is where the stone ended up.
You won't be surprised to hear. Ramed snatched it from me when I was captured. He didn't believe it had any powers, but he has a nose for money. That's all that matters to him. From what I heard, he sold it in Sukdal to some farmer's wife, I think he said, Mlada or something. Well, from the edge of the village.
Sakra. That stone really is cursed. Well, there's nothing for it. I'm off to Sukdal.
Hold your horses. That wasn't the only thing I heard. There's this pond below Raborsh, right? And on the bank, across from the village, there's a small crag. Somewhere around there, they hid some of their spoils.
Clever. Take what you can and stash the rest for later.
I'd have helped myself to it, but think of it as my way of thanking you. I just hope they weren't making it up, and you find something there.
I'll take a look around and see. Thanks for telling me.
Well, it's the least I can do. And good luck with that bloody stone. Though my advice would be to steer well clear of it.
Welcome, sir. What can I do?
I heard you bought a Thunderstone from Andrew Ramhead. Is that so?
Well, it is. What's it to you?
Andrew Ramhead took it from Hensel from Raborsh, who in turn stole it from Tomlin Brookhans down Horshan way.
And? I don't know those people. Even if it's true, I knew nothing about it. I bought the stone fair and square, and for good money. My husband's gravely ill and nothing's helping. The stone is to heal him.
And what ails your husband?
Peter went to lie down one afternoon and he hasn't budged since. He's not eating, and he's barely talking to anyone. What's worse, soon after he took ill, a Minerva owl perched on the roof one evening.
A Minerva owl? I assume that doesn't bode well, does it?
No, not at all. An owl on your roof means death is closing in. That's why I need the stone. If it weren't for the stone, I'm sure Peter would be gone by now.
So am I to understand that if your husband heals, you won't need the stone?
Well, a stone like this is a precious thing. It can still protect us from all manner of misfortune.
But you bought it to save your husband.
That may be. But I'll not be wanting to lose that stone.
How about this? I'll try to help your husband, and if I succeed, you'll gift me the stone.
Why would I do that? The stone is bound to help him.
What if the power of the stone brought me here to help your husband?
I hadn't thought of it like that.
So, how about we make a deal?
All right, but only if you help him.
Of course. I'll take a look at him and see what I can do.
Please hurry. With that owl and everything, I'm quite sure the Reaper's nearby. You'll find Peter in his room.
All right. I'll take a look at him and see if there's anything I can do. It's usually a good idea to speak to others who are close to the sufferer. That may be able to explain a few things, especially if the patient himself isn't very communicative.
Aha. I see you really have done this before. I'm starting to believe that stone really did draw you here. So, ask around on the farm if you need to. We'll all be at your service.
Perfect. I'll get on with it. And I'd better check the whole room, just in case.
Do whatever it takes to help Peter.
Can you think of something that might help me heal him? Anything?
I can't. I'm desperate myself. I've tried just about everything. Peter is just an ordinary cooper. We've lived here for years. We go to church. My husband doesn't travel outside the village often. This last time he had some business in Pechgau, near Golin, but he came back empty-handed. Breathless and confused. He was fumbling around here for a few days, not doing his job, just spending time in his workshop. Lord knows what he was doing in there. Then he went to bed, and since then, he's just been lying there. He doesn't eat. Not even the potions are helping. He doesn't sleep a wink at night. At least, I don't think he does. If I stopped sleeping too, our homestead would fall apart.
I'll ask him why he can't sleep. What's tormenting him?
Try that. He won't speak to me about anything. It's as if he was keeping secrets from me. Or maybe just protecting me from something.
Peter, my name is Henry. I'm here to help you.
Another poor bloke that's to deal with me. As if Mladou didn't have enough on her plate already.
I'll try to figure out what's wrong with you. I'll examine you. Just by eye. Pale skin. Dark circles under the eyes. A downcast expression on the face. I don't see any bruises. A few calluses and cuts on the hands. Nothing unusual for a craftsman after a hard day in the workshop.
I told you. I'm not in any pain. Just let me lie here.
Irritability. No foul odor. Bodily humors aren't leaking. And you aren't bleeding.
But I will, when Sigismund's horde gets here.
Why would Sigismund attack Suchtal?
He does as he pleases. You have no idea how many villages he's plundered already.
I reckon attacking a village protected by a fortress is the last thing Sigismund would want to do now.
The fortress is what's bothering him. That's why he'll destroy it. And us with it.
I don't know about that. Don't be alarmed. I need to take a closer look. Let's see. No swelling. No cancer on the skin. Does this hurt?
Nothing hurts.
Your palms are cold. Your muscles are tense. And your heart's pounding so hard you could hear it all the way to Prague. You seem like you're ready to fight. Or flee.
They're getting close now.
Who is?
The soldiers. Sigismund's men.
Well, physically, you seem fine, Peter. It's strange.
I'm a weakling. A weakling.
What are your nights like? Mladou said you don't sleep much.
I just stare at the wall. Try to sleep during the day. But it's not much better.
Well, it's certainly no fever or pain that's ailing you. I assume it's dark thoughts that keep you up at night.
I can't fall asleep. Because of all the noblemen who keep coming to Lord Pisek's fortress, I'm always hearing hoofbeats. And they startle me.
So Lord Pisek likes to host nobles at his fortress? What's so unusual about that?
And what do you think they're doing here, eh? Preparing for war. That's what.
If Lord Pisek was about to go to war, he'd be gathering a lot more men here than a couple of nobles.
Folk ought to be scared to leave the village. Mezoles is gone. And when I saw Badovitz, Suchtal is next. I'm sure of it.
What am I going to do with you, Peter? There's nothing wrong with you physically, so it must be an ailment of the soul. The chamomile decoctions will help calm your mind. You'll have to change your diet as well, so you don't just drink potions. Last but not least, some words of encouragement wouldn't be amiss. You'll be back on your feet in no time. I'll get things ready and be back soon. Peter, let's talk about how we can help you. I have some suggestions for treatment.
I'm listening.
You need to start eating again, even if you don't have an appetite. First, ask Mladu to get you some honey and add it to your gruel.
You think some honey is gonna save me?
It'll give you stamina without irritating your stomach, first of all. But you have to admit Mother Nature has it well thought out. Where bloodwort helps with bleeding and feverfew with fevers, honey coats your humours so that they can't get out of balance so easily. Any melancholia wanting to take hold of you would have to make its way through thick honey, so it could hardly get from your stomach to your head. Soon you'll be as busy as a bee again, and getting on swimmingly. Which brings me to my next piece of advice. Start eating fish more regularly. Some nice fatty ones, ideally. Fat in the belly will surely stop gloom from getting through. Same as with the honey.
I suppose that makes sense.
A bit of prayer won't hurt. Lord, have mercy on Peter here, and lift from him the weight of his affliction. For you have laid upon him this affliction to try him. And you see that Peter, O Lord, endures your trial patiently and without contradiction. Unless you, O Lord, relieve Peter of his illness, no physician in the world can. I beg of you, O Lord, heal his soul and let his body once again find its lost balance. Amen.
Amen.
Listen, Peter. I know you're worried about the army that's passing through the country. I'm not much of a speaker, but let me tell you something from the heart. If you're scared of Sigismund's soldiers, trust me when I tell you, when it comes down to it, it ends up being a one-on-one fight. And you'd be surprised how much strength and courage you can find when you're backed into a corner. So don't run from your fear. Laugh in its face instead.
I'm not worried about myself. I'm worried about Mlada.
Then keep reminding yourself of that. Look at me, a blacksmith's son. Why do you think I am who I am now? Because I decided I'll never turn my back on my loved ones again.
You're right. I mustn't leave Mlada to fend for herself.
Don't run from the fight. Especially the one going on inside your head. I didn't want to leave anything to chance, so I cast a spell here.
What kind of spell?
I buried protective relics here on your property.
Where did you bury them?
I can't tell you that, naturally. If I told you, they'd lose their protective powers.
And what did you bury?
A battle axe. It belonged to a warrior who fought at Nicopolis. He's a priest now. He fought with Sigismund there.
One of Sigismund's soldiers? Then you've cursed us, not protected us.
On the contrary, the axe knows Sigismund's tactical weaknesses. That's why I chose it. I also added a monk's bone.
What monk?
One from Sasau. He performed great miracles there, helping refugees from the war and aiding the construction of the monastery. It's no chicken bone from a charlatan. And finally, I buried some eggs.
Eggs?
Seeds of life. If the army really does attack, these three things will protect you. They will weaken the soldiers, help you escape, and when you return to the village after the siege, life will blossom here again.
I thank you very much.
You should drink the chamomile decoction.
Great. Another potion.
This one will help you sleep. Once your body gets used to sleeping at night and staying awake during the day, you'll feel much better. You'll see. Proper sleep will chase away the gloom. And if restlessness tries to take hold of you again, your body will have the strength to fight it. Every morning you'll be stronger and stronger until you're able to work again.
We'll see about that.
Well then, I've done everything I can. Things will get better, Peter. You'll see. Anyway, I'll come back to see you in a few days. How is Peter doing?
Henry, you won't believe it. It worked. Peter got up in the morning. You could see that he was struggling, but then something in him snapped into place and he just went to work. I can tell he's still fighting something inside his head. He'll stop for a moment, take a deep breath, then continue working. I reckon he wants to discuss something with the others in the village, but I don't know if he has the strength for it now. But regardless, it went away as quickly as it came. I can't thank you enough.
Just keep giving him hope, so that he doesn't fall back into gloom.
I will. You can count on it.
I'm glad I could help. But don't forget our deal. The Thunderstone is mine now.
But the stone helped, Peter. We need it, and I'll never be able to afford another one. It'll protect our homestead. And what if Peter's illness returns? Then I'll need the stone again.
The stone has great power, but it's used up all the strength it had for you. Now it's time for it to help others.
You're right. Here, it's rightfully yours. It's hard to give it up, knowing how much I spent on it. That's why I can't give you anything else as a reward right now. But believe me, I'll spread the word of how you helped us around the village.
Thank you. That's good enough for me. I found that Thunderstone.
Really? That's bloody brilliant! I thought I lost it for good, to be honest. But it seems to have found its way back to me after all. Which just goes to show I was meant to have it.
Well, perhaps there's some truth in that. Here you go.
Hey, thank you so much. I won't forget this. And I promise to reward you. I can give you some of the coin I put aside from my fights. Oh, I can show you some wrestling feints and holds if you want. It might come in handy sometime.
Wrestling moves, you say? I'm all ears.
Well, listen carefully then. And be ready to take it all in.
I found the Thunderstone.
Really? Oh, God bless you, Henry. Without the stone, I don't know what I would do. Or what else could help me.
I've decided to keep the stone.
But you can't. I thought we agreed you'd bring it to me. Whatever will I do without it? For the love of God, what do you need it for? You're never going to give birth.
Of course I'm not going to give birth myself. What are you talking about?
Because all my children died. And I barely survived the last birth myself. That's why I want the stone. To protect me and my baby. You fool.
Actually, you're right. You better have it.
Thank you, Henry. Thank you so much. This really means a lot to me. You have no idea how much. This stone will make giving birth easier and save my baby's life.
Glad to have been of service.
I'll get Hannah to give you a lower price at the stud farm, as I promised. And you know what? I'll share a piece of wisdom my grandmother taught me. She said you need to brew nightshade with twice as much mugwort and a good splash of brandy.
Hold on. I know that concoction, and it's no laughing matter. So please, never ever try to brew this yourself. Such concoctions should only be prepared by a properly trained apothecary. If anyone else makes it, it could end badly.
My, what a scholar you are. But you've been so helpful, I believe you. And I promise not to brew it myself or tell anyone else about it. So at least drop by to see my Demir. He's a very skilled man. And since you've been so helpful, if you like, perhaps he'll let you in on some of his blacksmithing secrets. Oh, and I also have some money put aside for emergencies, so you can have that. It's not much, but it's all I can give you.
Thanks. It never hurts to have a bit of coin.
Think nothing of it. It's the least I could do to repay you.